One of the ways that Tinubu shocked me, and that's the reason I say he's not a good leader, he doesn't know what he's doing, is this. You came into government. Let's put aside the controversial way he became president. I didn't vote for him, but I gave him the benefit of doubt that now that he has become president, he will do two key things. First of all, to fight these terrorists to a standstill. And under Tinubu, what is going on? Who is he afraid of? Another thing I expected Tinubu to do was immediately to release Nnamdi Kanu from detention. He did not do any of those. One thing a good president does when you come to power, you begin to right the wrongs immediately. When Obasanjo became our first civilian president in this dispensation, when we were just coming out from the era of the military, the first thing he did was reconciliation. To that effect, he set up the Oputa panel. He knew that people needed to jojo, and that jojoing mellowed down a lot of tension. So when you came to power, there was already tension by reason of Nnamdi Kanu case, and you now compounded it. Instead of you to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu, you are dancing to the tune of some obnoxious human beings who are advising you not to. Then you don't know anything about leadership. So when Obasanjo say Tinubu came to power unprepared, it is true. So those who say Tinubu is doing something for Nigeria, he has the balls, he's making the decisions that his predecessors never made. What decision? Removing subsidy? What's the big deal about removing subsidy? Obasanjo wanted to remove subsidy, and he started it. Jonathan wanted to. The people kicked against it. Let me tell you the difference. The difference is not in the bravery, I call it bravado, of Tinubu. The difference is in the fact that the predecessors before Tinubu were more sensitive to the people. They have what we call emotional intelligence more than Tinubu. They were worried of what was going to happen. The partial removal of subsidy that Goodluck Jonathan did was supposed to be a gradual process, which was perfect. The first removal he did, what did he do? They used the money from the partial removal of subsidy to run the Sure P program. And we are seeing vehicles in every state of the federation labeled Sure P, Sure P. It was so effective. Other projects were attached to it. Now, the removal of subsidy under Tinubu, what did he do? He decided to increase allocations to the state government. If you ask me why he did it, I will say for political reason. Just make the governors happy so that in 2027 they will support you. That's all he's been doing. Otherwise, you should have used the money that accrued by reason of the removal of subsidy to design a program that will touch all Nigerians. Like the Sure P, rather than just increasing allocation. Maybe you should have just used a percentage of it. Now, the governors are loving Tinubu. Many of them are even defecting to an ineffective APC because of such largesse. It was just political. I keep telling people this is not how to politicize. When people say Tinubu know how to play politics, I laugh. The people of that generation, the things they do that you guys call politics is not politics. Using money, using street sense, using thugs, and you call those people they know how to play the game of politics. Using men who have no principles, who can still vote for you from the south. Becoming friends to men who have no respect for principles. Unrighteous men who have no respect for democracy, who do not follow the democratic processes. Those are the men they use, and you say they have structures. That is not politics. Let me tell you, the best politician I've ever seen in Nigeria is Peter Obi. Do you know why? He knows what democracy is. Peter Obi, from nowhere, through an obscure party, he sold himself into the hearts of Nigeria. And he nearly became president. You all know what happened. That is a good politician. He knew a good politician is the one who knows how to sell himself to the people. A good politician is not the one that is not wanted by the people and he forces himself to be in power. The good politician is the one who can rise from any political party and become number one. A good politician is the one who can win the love of the majority of Nigerians, and they will love you religiously. That's a good politician. That is the only time you can say democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Being a good politician is not being able to buy the National Assembly, being able to buy the judiciary, being able to silence the silenceable, being able to leave power and leave your men there and continue to mix states. A good politician is not the one who leaves office and grants himself pension. So Nigerians should use their common sense. The best politician in Nigeria so far in the history of Nigeria is Peter Obi, not even the late Tony Aneni. All those people were using street sense to win elections. The good politicians is not the one who will force Monday Okpobolo on the people. That is not politics. That is crookery. Or is it crookery? It's criminality. The good politician is not the one who penetrates other political party and kills those parties, plant moles, and create crisis in every political party. And you call that is evil. That is satanic. That doesn't make you a good politician. That is wicked street sense. That's why I love Atiku. Despite his riches, he never did any of those. He was just busy campaigning. He moved from one party to the other. But he was never known to intentionally plant moles to kill political parties. And you say he's a master planner. No, you are a devil. If you do that, you are a devil. The devil who refused to allow democracy to thrive. I remember the Watergate crisis in the 70s. What is his name? Robert Nixon, or is this Richard Nixon? Robert Nixon. The Watergate saga. It was one party penetrating the other party to carry out some obnoxious operations to give their party political advantage. When you do that, it is criminal, even in Nigerian laws.